What is up, YouTube? This is Angelo again, back with another video. I'm very excited to make this video because, as you may or may not know already, I'm actually in Brazil at the moment. So I'm very excited to share my journey so far, and actually came here. One of the reasons was because my mentor was having a live in-person event, so I actually got to meet him as well as other people that are extremely successful. So that was an incredible experience. I'm going to be speaking a lot about that today in this video, but before I do, I just want to show a bit more as to the place I'm staying and how cool it is here in Brazil. So let me show you guys a quick look. So this is where I'm sitting, and I'm gonna just walk a bit now to sort of show the place. This is my room here. I'm living in there at the moment, and this is the spot I was sitting at to take my video. And I'm gonna show a bit more as to the place I'm staying at and how nice it is out here. So this is the entrance to the place. They got some drinks here you can buy, and this is the walkway to get through to the front. So as you can see here, this is where we sit and have breakfast. They have Alexa here, you can play music there. They have a prize station there, and a beautiful pool here as well. Look at this, guys. This is so beautiful here. This is the second place I've stayed at since I came here, and this is by far the best one so far. So a really nice pool, really nice place all over here. Nice chill spot there. Here at the pool as well. They got like a shower section going on there, and yeah, it is a bit pink but we've been having a hard time finding a good place, so this is by far the best one that I've found so far. So yeah, that's a bit about the place, and then let's get into the actual video now. Let me go back to the spot I'm sitting at. Hola. Hola. So let me make my way back there. Have an outdoor bathroom there as well. That's pretty cool. So let's dive into the video today, guys. I'm going to just set up my camera here and then continue with the video. Alright guys, so let's dive into the video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a bit more about my journey getting to Brazil and the decisions I had to make in order to make this possible in the first place. So first and foremost, there's a huge ass wasp flying around here. I hope it doesn't sting me. But the first thing I want to say about this trip is that it took a lot of bravery, a lot of courage, and a lot of confidence to even make the decision to make this work. Because before coming to Brazil, to any sane person, I did not have the financial capability to make this trip work. And the reason I say that is because earlier in this year, I made a big investment, and I actually invested into a program that was actually $13,500, which I didn't actually have the money for, so I had to do that on a payment plan. And because of that, as well as other expenses that went up in my life, I was facing a lot of uncertainty, before I made the decision to actually come on this trip. And any normal person would have just told themselves, you know what, I can't do it, it's not the right time, I'll go for the next one. But the thing is, I'm not normal, right? I'm a little bit crazy, and my risk tolerance is very high, especially when it's regarding things that can actually help me get closer to the man I'm becoming. And the reason I say that is because this trip was not cheap, aside from just traveling expenses, there was also the investment required to go to the actual event my mentor had. So basically he had a 3-day event here in Brazil, where him as well as other guys in the program, a lot of other successful closers, just like me and people that are a lot further ahead of me, were able to meet and learn a lot from my mentor and other people that also spoke at the event. So long story short, it required a lot of resourcefulness to make this happen, because I had to go into a lot of debt to make this trip work. And not only did I make the trip work, but I decided to turn it into a vacation with me and my girlfriend, because it's been something we've been wanting to do for such a long time, and I was just never able to make it happen for us sooner. So I decided, let's make both happen together. Even though I was a bit unsure of how I'm gonna make it work, I didn't even have the money on paper to make this trip work. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make shit happen, even though I don't have a safety net, money to fall back on. I'm gonna make shit happen and make more money than more than enough money to make sure the trip works out good for us, right? So that's how it started, right? I came to Brazil with my girlfriend. We've been having an amazing time here in Brazil. It's so beautiful. The people are so friendly. The weather's amazing, as you may be able to see. It's really good. I can show you a quick view of what the street view looks like here. So this is the city I'm in. I'm in Buzios at the moment. So I'll just show you. This is the street view. As you can, someone's walking here. It's kind of nice. This is one of the coolest cities out here in Brazil, Buzios, and I'm gonna be staying here for a bit. So let me just adjust my camera. Yeah. So that's how the story of me making that decision to make it work happened. Because I knew that, even though it may seem hard in the moment, it's gonna be worth it in the end. The lessons I knew I was gonna learn from this event and the way it's gonna help me get to the next level, I knew would have been priceless. And I was right, because I understood the value of being around highly successful people, of surrounding yourself with people that are where you want to be, or people that are on the same path as you, working towards where you want to be, And going to that event helped me realize something, that first of all, it was the first time I was actually able to surround myself with people that are where I want to be in my life, people that are making the money I want to make, and people that are on the same wavelength as me, working towards getting there. Because back in South Africa, I've always been the person, like from all the people I've been around, like my friends, my peers, these sorts of things, I've always been the one that was the highest achiever, and I never really got to experience being around people that are further ahead than me, where I want to be. So it was a really, really life-changing experience for me, because I actually got to, meet people that are where I want to be. And it made me realize that these people are not special, like how I initially sort of thought they would have been, I always had the belief that I will achieve anything I want to achieve, but some part of me looked at people that are very successful and thought of them as people that maybe have some kind of gift or some kind of specialness about them. But going to this event made me reinforce the belief that anyone can be successful, anyone can achieve their goals, anyone can do anything extraordinary, and it just reinforced that and helped me drive that home, which gave me even more peace of mind, even more confidence and self-belief within myself, But aside from that, one of the biggest other takeaways I took was one of the quotes I got from Jack, who's also working with my mentor Dan. He said a quote that really hit home for me. He said, "If you can, you must." I'm not sure what's happening with the lighting here, but the quote he told me was, "If you can, you must." That's only 5 words, but it's so deep and so powerful. There's so much depth to those few words. If you can, you must. And that just resonates with me, because all of us in life have so much potential deep down that we know we're not fulfilling, solely because of the actions and decisions we're making on a daily basis, and if we just find the courage and bravery within ourselves to unlock that potential, your whole life can change so quickly, so if there's anything I want a viewer watching this right now back home in South Africa to take away from this, is that if you can, you must. Meaning that don't ever sell yourself short. Don't ever tell yourself that you can't achieve XYZ because of any limiting beliefs you might have, any external reasons as to maybe you don't have money, maybe you don't have time, maybe you weren't raised with rich parents, maybe you didn't go to study, you didn't go to university. No matter what you may tell yourself that's not helping you get to the goal, throw that shit away, right? Because you can achieve anything you put your mind to. So I really enjoyed this trip to Brazil, and I am enjoying it because I'm going to be here for a while. But the event specifically, it truly moved me and helped me enhance my own self-belief within myself. I've always been very confident. I always knew I'll be successful, but it helped me even make that flame even bigger. And because of that, I started taking calls again here in Brazil. I think I only started taking calls on the 15th or so, a few days ago. only took 20 calls so far and I closed 10 deals, which means my close rate for the month is sitting at 50%, which is absolutely insane, right? And just my state of mind, my confidence, my conviction in myself is like on a whole nother level. So even though, like I said, this trip was not maybe to any sane person the wisest of decisions to make because of the financial situation I'm in, I knew that on a long enough time frame, I'm going to look back and I'm going to say I'm proud of making that decision because I knew that it's going to be worth it in the end. And that it ties back to having a self-belief within yourself that no matter what you go through, no matter how many challenges you face, if you have the self-belief that you will end up okay, you will end up successful, you will end up becoming the man you want to be, then you don't have any fear when it comes to taking risks. You know, you don't have fear making big investments in yourself, sacrificing, you know, time with certain people, sacrificing all those hours to put in towards you improving your life because you believe deep down in your heart, in your soul, that you will be successful. So if you're lacking that belief, you got to ask yourself why. You got to ask yourself, what are all the reasons and stories you're telling yourself that's causing you to not have the self-belief? And then just disprove all of those reasons and start to give yourself more empowering narratives to believe, right? Even though you may have never achieved success, start to tell yourself that, you know what, there have been other people out there that have been through worse than me, but they were able to be successful. So if they can do it, why can't I? And start to truly believe in yourself. And before you know it, your life is going to change tremendously. Just yesterday alone, I only took like 5-6 calls, something like that, and I made $1,000 in a single day out here in Brazil. Think about that. That's so insane to me. You know, I'm able to travel the world, visit amazing countries with the love of my life, and still make money while doing that from my laptop. You know, just having a conversation with people. That's the power of high ticket sales, you know. And to anyone watching this that has maybe seen a bit about me and been part of following my journey, I want you to remind yourself that I'm not special. You know, if anyone's watching this that's getting started with sales, or maybe you just came across my channel and you're trying to make money online and maybe you haven't seen the breakthrough you want to see yet, I want to remind you that you can do it. I'm not special. The people you see online are not special. You know, even the people at the event I met, you know, my mentor, Daniel Smith, who's making $100,000 a month, you know, other top closers there that I met that are making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month in commissions. The only reason they're able to do that is not because they're special. It's because they took relentless action. They had enormous self-belief in themselves and they never gave up. So as long as you dial in those 3 things, there's absolutely no way you can't achieve the goals you want to achieve in your life. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to just happen overnight, but it will happen as long as you keep those 3 things dialed the fuck in. Okay? So again, anyone watching this, if you want to start learning how to truly transform your life, how to have, you know, that breakthrough moment you want to finally see, I highly encourage you to start getting into high ticket sales because it truly changed my life. You know, I would not be here in Brazil today with the skill set that can allow me to make $1,000 in one single day from anywhere in the world. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because of high ticket sales. It truly changed my life, and I know that it can change anyone's life if they truly are serious about changing their lives. And if you need my help with that, feel free to reach out to me, right? My Instagram links will be down below, my Facebook links will be down below, and I'm more than happy to give you some tips and some guidance on how you can get started as well, okay? However, don't message me if you're not serious about this. I can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped, okay? Success is very simple, guys, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So if you're not prepared to put in the work, if you're not prepared to make the sacrifices you need to make to achieve the outcomes 90% of the world is not able to achieve, don't waste your time telling yourself you want to be successful. Stop lying to yourself and stop telling yourself a story that's just wasting your time. Like, be truthfully honest with yourself and ask yourself, do you actually want success? And I would hope that the answer to that is yes. And if it is yes, you need to be willing to do whatever it takes to get there. And if you're not willing to do that, stop telling yourself you want it, right? So that's it for today's video, guys. I appreciate you sticking through to the end. if you made it this far, please subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with a fellow South African. Let's inspire people from South Africa to learn how to make money online, because I know it's so hard for certain South Africans. It used to be hard for me to understand, how the fuck can I make money online? This is not real. This must be a scam. These people are scammers. I used to believe all these things, So let's raise awareness around the fact that it is possible for you to make money in South Africa, even if you don't know where to start, even if you are from a third world country. I'm from a third world country. I never let it stop me, So share this with a fellow South African, Like this video, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, and keep crushing it. Bye.